So you're heading to Japan, and you want to make sure you can navigate the basics without feeling completely lost. The good news is, you don't need to be fluent. Just knowing a few key phrases can make your trip so much smoother. In this video, we'll go over 10 of the most useful Japanese phrases that every traveler should know, and I'll explain exactly when you'll need them. Before we start, if you find this helpful, give this video a like and subscribe for more travel tips. Now let's get into it. Sumimasen is one of the most versatile words in Japanese, and you'll find yourself using it multiple times a day. It works in so many different situations. First, it means excuse me, so if you're walking through a crowded street and need to squeeze by someone, you can say sumimasen as you pass. It's also the best way to get someone's attention. For example, in restaurants, waiters don't always come to your table unless you call them, so a simple sumimasen will let them know you're ready to order. It also means sorry. So if you accidentally bump into someone or make a mistake, sumimasen is the polite way to apologize. Another must-know phrase is Arigatou Gozaimasu, which means thank you. Japanese culture places a strong emphasis on politeness, so saying thank you is a big deal. Whether you're paying at a store, receiving food at a restaurant, or getting directions from a kind stranger, always say Arigatou Gozaimasu. If you want to sound more casual, you can just say arigatou, but if you want to be extra polite, stick to Arigatou Gozaimasu. If you are unsure whether someone speaks English, you can ask Eigo o Hanasemasu ka, which means do you speak English? While many Japanese people understand basic English, especially in major cities like Tokyo and Osaka, not everyone is comfortable speaking it. If they say hi, which means yes, you're in luck. If they say ai or shake their head, that means no. In that case, you can try speaking slowly, using gestures, or even pulling out a translation app to bridge the gap. Shopping in Japan is a lot of fun, but price tags aren't always visible, especially in street markets or small shops. If you want to ask how much something costs, you can say kore wa ikura desu ka while pointing at the item. Kore means this and ikura desu ka means how much is it? This phrase is useful when buying souvenirs, trying out street food, or even shopping at convenience stores where prices aren't always clear. If the price is too high, you can respond with chotto takai desu, meaning it's a bit expensive, although haggling isn't very common in Japan. If you enjoy something you're eating, a great way to express that is by saying Oishii, which means delicious. Japanese people love it when visitors appreciate their food, so saying Oishii while eating ramen, sushi, or street food will always get you a smile. If you want to be more enthusiastic, you can say Meka Oishii, which means super delicious. This phrase can be a great way to connect with locals, especially if they've cooked something for you. If you're lost or looking for a specific place, you'll need to know how to ask where something is. Doko desu ka is the phrase you need. Simply say the name of the place and add Doko desu ka. For example, if you're looking for the train station, say Eikai doko desu ka. If you need a bathroom, which is definitely important to know, say Toare wa doko desu ka. Many public places in Japan have clean restrooms, but it helps to ask if you're in an unfamiliar area. At some point during your trip, you'll likely be in a conversation where you don't understand what's being said. Instead of nodding and pretending you understand, just say Wakarimasen, which means I don't understand. This will let the person know you need them to slow down, or maybe use simpler words. If someone is speaking too fast, you can say Yukkuri Onegaishimasu, which means please speak slowly. These phrases will save you from a lot of confusion. A very useful phrase is Daijoubu Desu, which means it's okay or I'm fine. If someone offers you something you don't need, like an extra napkin at a restaurant, you can politely decline by saying Daijoubu Desu. If someone asks if you need help and you're good, you can also say Daijoubu Desu. It's a simple yet polite way to refuse something without sounding rude. When ordering food, making a request, or asking for a service, you'll need the phrase Onegaishimasu, which means please. It's different from how we use please in English, and it's usually used when requesting something specific. For example, if you're ordering food, you can point at the menu and say this Onegaishimasu. If you need a taxi, you can say Takushi Onegaishimasu. You'll hear this phrase everywhere in Japan, so it's great to get comfortable with it. Finally, there's a phrase that doesn't have a direct translation in English, but it's an important one. Yoroshiku Onegaishimasu. This phrase roughly means please take care of me or I look forward to working with you. You'll use this when meeting someone new, checking into a hotel, or starting a conversation with a tour guide. It's a great way to sound extra polite and make a good impression. If you're starting a tour, you can say Yoroshiku Onegaishimasu to the guide, and they'll appreciate your politeness. And that's it! 10 super useful Japanese phrases that will help you get around, connect with people, and make your trip more enjoyable. Japan is an amazing country with a unique culture, and knowing just a little bit of the language will make your experience even better. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, let me know in the comments which phrase you think you'll use the most. See you in the next video.